Welcome to Ragnar's Gate Tarot. If you are searching for a path to deeper insights, guidance, and spiritual connection, by becoming a member and choosing one of our levels, you will gain access to exclusive content, personalized readings, and the support of a like-minded mystical community, depending on the gate number you choose to activate. Ragnar's Gate 1. $6 per month. Access weekly synchronized guidance cards/tarot tale videos. Participate in exclusive members-only live Q&A sessions. Ragnar's Gate 2. $12 per month. Everything from Gate 1. Plus, a detailed monthly tarot reading crafted just for you via email or video link. Ragnar's Gate 3. $28 per month. All from Gates 1 and 2. Plus, a 15-minute live, one-on-one tarot session every month. And discounts and special offers on private tarot readings. Unlock the magic. Choose your gate, support the channel, and dive into a world of deeper understanding. Click join to become a member today. In https://buymeacoffee.com/RagnarsGateTarot.
Hello and welcome to Ragnar's Gate Tarot. Hey, there was my intro and there was about my membership, and basically, hey, if you require a membership during the lives, you get a special bonus also. So the idea is that you have two choices. You can choose to take a rune, which is a guidance rune, audience rune. I will get you one from here, one of these beauties, and we're gonna check you what it says. What is the guidance from the runes that you receive. The other possibility is a guidance card from the Finnish Mythologia Vennika Tarot, Finnish tarot deck by Susanna Salo. So you get a guidance card through here. So that's for anyone who takes a membership or decides to donate or take a paid reading. So basically, and then when we talk about the membership stuff, which is in the buymeacoffee.com/RagnarsGateTarot, 16 of 3 next week Sunday is gonna be members only session, meaning that it's gonna start 8:30. It's gonna end roughly around 10, and that's for any member to join. It's questions and answers. You can make your questions or ask about the tarot. We can just chat there or whatever. If you want to become a member, please do it minimum 2 hours before the events for practicality's sake. Okay. So 16 of 3 on Sunday, 8:30 is the starting point for that. And as many of you probably know, there's going to be a description in the video. There's going to be instructions on the video description, basically about the Zener cards. So basically I will go through here fast also the thing, meaning that it's going to be 5 symbols. Zeners are used to study the extrasensory perception by Zener in the 1900s, 20th century, 1950s, something like this. So every time, the idea is that you need to get to write the right card. You have one chance every time, and each one who gets it right, basically then has reached connection with me, and I will take a question and answer it. So every time there is 5 chances to get it right. So basically star, square, waves, cross, and the circle. And today is a little bit special even, because for this that you get the question answered, you also get a tarot tale, which is the idea what I have been, which is, well, that's basically one of the components if you become any level of member from the first. I will read you a personalized, like synced with a tarot tale story which is synced with tarot cards. So and that's for like advice. So first 4 people who get the Zener right, I will tell the story as well. And this is something that would be for members, will be then weekly, either this or a guidance card, basically guidance card for the week. Okay, so special nice things hanging about being given. Thank you for everyone from yesterday. Apologetic hi, you are ready. Muy bien. So we go for this. We go for this. Okay, apologetic, you are ready. We go for it. Now, and welcome back again, apologetic. And it's a cross this time. This answer is square, but this one is a cross. Okay, we go for the next one. And yeah, as said, apologetic. When you get it right, I have a guidance story for you. Tarot tale. Next one, go for it. And welcome. Let me know that you are here, and check out from the description, video description, the instructions how we roll if you don't know. Okay. So here, as it says in the screen, check the dynamic from the description of the video, and when you are ready, participate, just put the word ready in the chat, okay? And welcome to everyone. And apologetic says square, but this one is a cross again. There's a cross against the square. Let's see. Okay. So let's wait for a second if somebody else wants to join. If somebody else wants to join. So yeah, in the meanwhile, this is good practice for your intuition to use in the Zener cards. You shouldn't really get better, as I said before, probably many times, but you actually seem to if you do it more. So that would be kind of interesting stuff. So, hello Diamond. Okay, so, and there's special bonuses all around, like I mentioned before. For the first 4 people, there's Tarot Tale, which is like a demo of what you get when if you become a member weekly, that or a guidance card. But okay, Diamond is ready, and Apologetic is ready. Wait for it, Diamond. I will first put the card there, and then when I have put it down, then you say. Okay? Check the description of the video if you have something. From the video, check the instructions from the video description. Oh, words. Okay, guys, ready? And when I say now, put your answer. Okay, that was fast. And you both got it right. It's a circle. So you can write your questions on the chat, and there was basically, well, Diamond put it already early, but it was fine. We're gonna put it's a circle, so you both got it right. So basically, we're gonna go for a story, and this one is gonna be, you both got it right. It's a circle. So we're gonna have a story for Diamond, and that would be the number 1 story here. So this is what I pre-wrote, and this is a guidance for you in general. Now just give me 5 seconds, I will be right back. Alrighty then, so yeah, sorry, small interruption, I had to take care of fast something But this story is for Diamond. So put your question, I will answer that. But this is a general advice for you. And this is like I said, the tarot tale that I have created. So basically, here goes, just a second. In a dimly lit room, two women, strangers, sat across from each other. One clung tightly to a pink blanket, her arms wrapped around it as it could shield her from the chaos within. The other, pale, elder and worn, leaned forward, her trousers dusty from long, arduous journeys over barren lands. She began to speak. There was a young woman, the elder started, her voice steady but laced with quiet intensity, who wandered across the lifeless terrace. She carried a cup, ornate, beautiful, but fractured. The cracks let the water of life seep through, leaving the cup empty. Yet she refused to acknowledge the flaws, focusing only in its appearance, as if denying the truth that the truth could sustain her. The younger woman loosened her hold on the blanket slightly, her arms trembling at the weight of unspoken understanding. The elder continued, her words measured. One day the sky grew strange. From above, fish began to fall, lifeless, striking the ground with the sound of truth demanding to be heard. The rain reminded her of choices postponed, truths avoided. She carried a sword as well, its hilt exquisite, but it felt foreign in her grip. Her legs wavered on solid ground, her arms faltered with the weight of the sword because her chest, her heart, was empty. Nothing she carried was in harmony with what lay inside. The blanket slid further from young woman's grasp, her breathing steadying as the elder leaned closer. Do you know what she did? The elder asked gently. She stopped running. She looked at the cracks in her cup and decided to mend it. Not perfectly, but enough to hold what truly mattered. She filled her heart with honesty, no longer avoiding the pain of her truths. As her heart steadied, her arms found strength, her legs found balance, and the sword became hers. Not a burden, but a tool. And the barren ground softened beneath her feet, ready to grow life once more. The younger woman sat straighter now, her hands resting lightly on her knees. The pink blanket, no longer held for comfort, rested across her lap. She looked into the elder's weary but compassionate eyes. The young woman learned this, the elder concluded. What's in the heart guides everything. Only when the heart is filled with truth can the arms and legs move with purpose. Without that, even the most beautiful cup will fail to hold water. In the silence that followed, the story settled between them. The candle flickered, its flame steadying as though it too had found balance. The tale of the young woman's journey now told became the reflection of profound truth. The path to harmony begins within. Okay, so there we go. And then we're gonna do the question for Diamond, answer the question for Diamond, and then we're gonna have a story for apologetic and his question answered. So okay, Diamond, our daughter moved out, and I'd like to ask if we will get through financially this month and next with bills and rent. Thanks. As she Yasna, hi, welcome. You have to wait a bit. I'm gonna do next reading for Diamond, and then is actually apologetic story and story time for him, and then his question. So we're gonna hold the Zeners for a sec here. So and next with bills and rent. Thanks, as she used to help. So meaning that if you can manage without her helping you with the bills financially this month and the next. Okay, let's see what we can get from here. Also, of course, one has to remember that the cards, you have to make your decisions, that nothing is carved in stone, everything is depending, the future is what you make of it, but this should give clarity and answer. Let's see what we can get from here. Okay, so Diamond, this one is for you. Alright, let's see. Okay. So I will take an answer from here. Let's see, we start with that. So basically, I would say yes. you have 9 of Pentacles. So I think I think as you can see the person is resting pretty good, and it's the 9. So I would say that you, even without her participation, I would say that you will get through. Basically, that well, it's we were talking literally about money and rent and bills. If it would have been some of other out of the Pentacles, for example, depending. That the answer could be different, but I think, for example, this, as you can see, we put up into 2. I think you have to really weigh and measure, but somehow I think you will. I think you will find a way to go through this. I don't think it's gonna be even very very difficult. I think it's. I would expect that it would be not. You just have to figure the way. I think you have the resources that is needed. You just have to kind of figure it out. Basically, I would say that's the case. Let's take a few more. So then, like, more instructions for this is like, basically, I don't know if there's something in the background you don't really remember, or you don't really that there is some money stashed aside, I think, and maybe there's also would be like some new project that could bring some money, because you have the 3 of Pentacles here, and I think that's like, there's I like to consider the situation. What we hear for Diamond is that I think there is something which has come with some agreement. There is, I think, something is like, maybe it's even like you forgot it, or like it's somehow something kind of, I don't know, secretive is maybe much, and also like that there could be some project that could give you some extra money, like something like that could come later bigger, but at the moment like smaller one. There is something fruitful also that you could actually make. You can start something and it would bring something more also. So that could affect this. So I think there is some money or something that is aside that you could use if needed, and then there's another new thing that could start that will bring you also something. And basically, I think you just need to kind of like well, there's the King of Cups in the end. So I would say, like, even if you feel that there's like a little bit maybe turmoil, and you know, your feet might get sort of wet, or like, basically, I think if you can control the feelings, and also I think depending on this all matters, that also this, the cups are water, and it can be, it's emotions, it's communication. So I think you have to be kind of flexible and fluid, and basically also ready to like to keep the communication with everyone and everything okay. So I think that would be the key stuff. Yeah, welcome. I think at least there is a promising start for something. I think even like with these 3, and this is not, I think it's not bad at all. It's like I think it's like, after this couple, I would say that for me it seems like, I would say, what I see, like I said, there's 9 of Pentacles, you have 3 of Pentacles, and you know, the cards are, what I see is kind of like, even though there's not negative and positive negative, but I see like money wise, I wouldn't be, you cannot just wait. I think there is exactly that you have to make effort and pay attention and communicate well during, maybe with your daughter as well, and explain the situation if she wouldn't know, and all possible things, and keep your feelings like in check, so you don't do something like rash in some manner. Okay. Muy bien. Thank you for your question. Hope you liked the story as well. So, okay. So next, apologetic. We're gonna have a storyline for you, which is like a general advice for you, and this idea is to make you think. And hey, Diamond, please don't leave. You can ask as many questions as you want. Then eventually, when we continue with the Zeners. So if you stay around, you want to ask something else, then we're gonna go again. That who gets it right, we're gonna read. So I think earlier I was being a little bit different in this. You are most welcome. Hopefully you make my channel your channel too, and don't be a stranger. Stay around. We had yesterday really nice stuff going on, and you can. There's no subscribe, and then you can ask. Now it's with the Zeners. Everyone, the limitations are in your head. As long as I can manage, and I will do this when you get it right. There is the connection. The connection change of energy is complete. It's good. So then we're gonna do it. But yeah, okay. Hey. Now. You have to always, now that it's a next question, so basically that means that then when next time we're gonna go over the Zener cards after I have read the story for Apologetic and answered his question, then next time when we're gonna go with the Zeners, you just put which one you think it is, and the idea is like wait for it when I put the card and say now, and then you put it, okay? But now, Apologetic, prepare yourself, here's your story, and here comes, just a moment. Here starts. Under a crimson sky, two men stood on a desolate plain. One leaned heavily on his wand, his back bent from years of struggle. Decorated bands in his ankles gleamed faintly, and a tattered garment hung from his lower back, swaying in the dry wind. He glanced at the younger man beside him, who clutched 5 swords tightly to his chest. The younger man's cleaner garments, shoes adorned with ankle decorations, seemed ill-fitted, as if they didn't belong to him. And I have to say that this was synchronized, like I said, I was synchronizing this with the tarot cards. I had my own system for that and decided that the first 4 who get it right will get the stories. And then this is then in that sense kind of fun enough pick beforehand. It just happened to be for Apologetic this second. The elder spoke, his voice rough with experience. Carrying those swords like they are trophies. Do you know what they mean? Let me tell you about someone quite like you. He thought he was clever, sneaking onto the battlefield to claim 5 swords. In his haste, in the night when he was there, he left 2 behind, 2 swords, thinking that they didn't matter. The younger man adjusted his grip, the weight of the swords pressing harder against his chest. But those 2 swords were just weapons, the elder continued. The 2 were pieces of himself, or yourself, choices and truths abandoned. Without them, the 5 swords he carried became burdens. They slowed his steps and drained his strength. Cleverness without honesty and balance is no triumph, it's a trap. The younger man's arms trembled as the elder leaned further into his wand. Secrets are like words, swords, the elder said softly. If what you carry doesn't align with what you are, it will turn against you, and what you leave behind will wait in the shadows until you have no choice but to face it. The younger man hesitated before slowly dropping the swords to the ground. His decorative anklets jiggled faintly as he straightened, his garment shifting gently with the wind. He looked at the elder, who steadied himself on his wand. Now, you have a choice, the elder said. Take and carry the weight which is not yours, or go back and face the truths you left behind. The younger man nodded, turning not forward but back, stepping towards the truths he could no longer avoid. The hidden knowledge of the story was clear. Only by comforting what we abandoned can we truly move forward. So what goes around comes around. So basically that's for Apologetic, and now we go for Apologetic's question, okay? Ah, thank you, David. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I haven't seen quite something like this. It just felt right, like a right thing to do. So, and this is, like I said, if you want to become a member of the channel through the buymecoffee.com/recklessgettarot, there is a weekly either a guidance card for members or this kind of tarot tale. Okay, so there is a link in the description. Check there. So. So the apology is good. Should I use Gaia's subliminals, or are they dangers? Okay, I have to say that some of the questions that I have gotten from Apologetic has been relatively original. I appreciate it. It's not. We were yesterday doing even stuff with IT business, which I have really personally like not much of understanding. But okay. So should you use Kaya's subliminals or are they dangerous? Okay, let's see what the cards say. There's not. What can we get from here? Okay, should I use the subliminals or are they dangerous? Okay, so here would be the answer. Let's take it first simple. That's what it seems to accept here. I think you are fine using it, and I don't think they are dangerous either. So I think you can choose that it's fine. I think you can use it. I don't think they are dangerous. So you have the answer is the lovers in that. So I think that is on my book that would be really clear that it's fine. There is like an angel blessing the two, and many times the lovers would be about a choice. So I don't know if this would be also like that you could basically choose if you use them or not, and you have nothing to worry about. You will manage anyway. But I would say that it's, for me, the answer would come with this one card. It's really clear that it would be that you can and they are safe to use. Okay. Apologetic. So yeah, the answer is lovers, and I would say yes. I think you can choose to use it, and it's safe. And I'm sure, I don't know, not knowing exactly what that even means, is basically that I think there is like I think there is somehow another way to do it, and you could choose that, and that would be fine too. But you can do this, and I think it's also safe. And remember, guys, that like they would say in show wrestling, this is entertainment, but the hazards are real. I have no idea how that would work in this, but basically what I'm saying is like, okay, these tarot readings is for basically for clarity and to get answers, but they are not going to substitute, of course, doctor or a lawyer or you know, something like this. So you are responsible of your own life, and nothing is set in stone. The future is you to write. So they mirror, and this will tell you what the situation is now, and it can change depending what you do. Okay. So it's nice to see people here tonight. Now, just a moment. Okay, so we got basically diamond cover. We got apologetic cover. So now we had Yacha here. She's ready, or he's ready. I'm not sure which. It doesn't matter in the end as well at all. But now we're gonna go back to the Zener cards, and again, are you guys ready? Here we go. And welcome to thank you for choosing my channel. Thank you for spending your time here. It's fantastic. There is a lot of things in the world that you could do, and at this point you decide and choose to spend your time with me here. I am really flattered. I think that's fantastic. Time is all we have. Okay. Alright. Everybody ready? I assume that you are most welcome, Apologetic. If you want to continue, want to ask something else, or just hang around and check what happens. I have a couple of more stories coming up for the ones who get it right. Basically, then. So I guess we're gonna do the ones that already got the story. I think then we're gonna give the guidance for the next one who didn't get it yet, so we can spread the stuff around. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna put it the next and enough words. Here comes the next Zener. Write your answer now. I'm gonna try to, through the ether, have the card in my mind. I'm trying to send it to you, so you need to receive it. You need to just me not to talk too much about it, but that's how it works. It's a two-way street. Okay. So Apologetic, are you with us still? You wanna still answer? Or someone else? So we wait for a few moments. If somebody else wants to answer, then if not, we're gonna reveal what is the right answer for this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is good for intuition. This is also good. So, okay, hey, we go for it. And the idea is like, well, why not to do something different and not to do everything that everyone else does in the same way. This one was a start, people. So, we go for, without further ado, nobody got it right. Everyone can choose to participate or just hang out. Let me know if you're there, and basically, there's no limitation. You can participate as many times as you possibly you want, and then we see how well it goes. Okay, next one. Go for ready, set, now. Write your answer. And Diamond says star. And the others answers. Waiting for one. Okay. Joshua says wave. Now I am starting to assume that now Apologetic is not going to participate on this one. So 3, 2, 1, and the great view is a star. So Diamond, you got it again. Pretty good, pretty good. Like I said, more you do it, the better you get. So do you have some other question? The star is the right answer. Here we go. Now I should have like, you know, the sound effects like or something. I think that would be that would be really cool. It shouldn't be actually that difficult. Maybe I should consider it. But yeah, okay. So Diamond, it's your turn again. Like I said, there's no limitations in this place. In that sense. Hello, Locker Blue. Welcome back. Same old business going on. Diamond got a star. That has kind of like some kind of ring to it, no? Yeah. And by the way, this is already what? Session 20 in English for me. Which would be the judgment of all things. In that one you can see people rising from the graves. So Diamond, if you want, ask a question. If you don't want to ask anything, we're gonna go ahead and make more. Hey, hello, Locker Boot. Thank you. It was nice talking to you yesterday. It was really cool. It went a little bit to the sidetrack from the whole tarot business with the music, Icelandic music, language, and all that, but it was really enjoyable. It was very nice to meet you, even not in person but online. So hang out as long as you can, please. Hey, bye bye, Yashna. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining us and come again. Hit the bell so you know when I'm on it. By the way, I'm on TikTok too, so you can follow me there. Okay, Diamond, here comes. Yeah, okay. Can you tell me if my son will move forward in going for his career goals once he is better emotionally and with his health condition. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what the cards suggest. I obviously hope that that would happen. I'm hoping a month or two. Thank you, Jasna. Muy bien. Fantastic. We're gonna give you the best I can do here is like what? Hearts and flowers and smiley faces. Everything with that. So yeah, okay. Will he forward in going for his career goals once he is better? Especially emotionally and with his health. Okay. Let's see what we can get from here. Tomorrow, tomorrow I'm not actually sure. I have other people. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Sorry. My end is probably this. This is my end. I should have I should have really good connection. I don't know. It's probably not the connection. It's probably the building that is going. There's been renovations after this. There has been some issues, but I don't know what the hell is this. I have to try to really look into it now. Okay, good. So it will recover probably really fast if it cuts on. If nothing else, I'm gonna start repeating things, and we're gonna get it. You try to take it easy, Locker Blue. Okay, so we go now. Finally, can you tell me if my son will move forward going for his career goals once he's better emotionally and his health condition, especially emotionally with his health condition? And his health condition. Okay. Okay, I would say, let's say we take past, present, and future. No, sorry, we're gonna first wiggle, no, sorry, we're gonna ask nicely, not wiggle, that's a funny, little bit too silly. If we can ask. No, this is not the right card for this, so I will kind of politely ask every time if I can. So we're gonna take past, present, future for this situation what is being suggested. Well, we have the Three of Swords here, so there has been some like some realization which has led to this, that like that there is maybe this diagnose something or something like which has well, is responsible of the, I guess, the emotional issues that is going on in the past, and somehow I think maybe there was some event that was kind of shocking, like you have here the, I have to say that the mind betrays the heart, because the swords pierce the heart. So it's a bit of a doubt, so he has to, yeah. So yeah, like I said here, it's like something has been realized, maybe it's do that, and then at the moment we have the King of Swords, so I think how I see it is like, I think at the moment this person, he's doing the best that he can for the circumstances. Like I think he's doing like I think he's like still emotional. I think he's like that he has like you can see there's the King of Swords in the middle, which is like the present, this is the past, so that the situation has evolved, and I think he can yeah, you can see with the Three of Swords, it's like for me it's like, well, I don't know, the mind betrays the heart, like betrays the heart. This is what I somehow I've a bit stuck with that many times, but basically like there something, some kind of change has occurred, and this has like created this. But I think this person, your son, is at the moment still like in a better, I would think it's in a better way control, and like you said that you have to do, and I guess I think the connection, and now we are back. Again, I'm sorry. I think it's kind of like a, yeah. Sorry that if it's cutting off, it's annoying. I know. He sure is. I don't expect anything. Just want him to be able to move forward with what he wants. You got out. Sound gone again. Yeah, I'm sure it was. So basically, yeah, this is what we got, and till here that I think the person is in control as good as they be. Uh, yeah, I need to shut down and reboot. That is how it is. I have to mention by this with the voice that somebody told me that somebody sounded like Dracula. I took it as a compliment. But enough with that. Serious business with this. So we have the Queen of Cups inverted in the future. So I think now I think if you talk about emotionally, and then of course the cups are water, is the emotions. So, and I think this person is now managing with their reason, you know, like logic, and it's like making conscious decisions and is managing that. So in the near future I see like that there would be a change in his emotions and emotional state, like a bigger change in that sense. So I think change in that sense would be good in general, that here has been this event, and like I said, the mind betrays the heart, so some rough realizations and maybe not so pleasant, and the person is on control, but there's gonna be, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of, well, I guess it's kind of, it's Finnish also, it's kind of low, the whole business of how we talk. So that's good for certain things, I guess. So I'm really pleased to hear that if it's like this. Yeah. So I think there's a switch change in the emotional state basically, because I think now this is hanging like somebody's knowing that this has to be done, and that we're talking that emotionally the person is not well at the moment and will pursue the goals. So basically, let's take a few cards to the future also. We have Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay. So basically, what I see is like there's gonna be a change in the emotional state, and like kind of relatively big change. I think there's gonna be some kind of like a attempt to ignore this change and try to like kind of like sneak past it and not deal with it. But what I see that eventually then this is gonna become something that is gonna be, because this is the Knight of Pentacles. So I think the person will understand. First they try to like wiggle their way somehow, explain, or like, you know, like to have this negotiation that no, I don't need to do this and I have to do that. Muy bien, apologetic. Just a moment. Welcome back. I don't know where you were. We were missing you there for a while. So, but I think that the person will understand that, because the with everything is like with the goals of the career, because this can be wealth and like all concrete things, and that you have to be consistent. So he understands me before he, like, there is the change, and that can be dramatic. And that has to be accepted, and then I think this will be the coined pentacles are something that move kind of slow, so I wouldn't maybe expect that this whole thing clears in 2 months. I think that might take longer. There is the horse though, so that is some kind of movement, which is like maybe not the slowest of the slow in that sense, but this requires consistency, so the situation can be mended. But I see where is, in a way, then the evolution of this change is like that is tried to be wiggled away, that no, I don't want to deal with this. But then when it comes to understanding that this has to be like somebody said, ice hockey terms, which I don't know if I should use in this point, but I will anyway. So somehow you come to play every night. So this has the certain things that to get the situation going for the better, it has to be constant. It has to be every day. It cannot be like, you know, not gonna do this and stuff like that, that today yes, tomorrow no. It has to be consistently every time. And basically what I consider is like there is also with this pentacle what I think is also giving like it has been given the star in my view. So that also like when you start this, which is gonna be like a really constant effort, consistency of the efforts to get better and to go actually for the goals. I think after the emotional change stuff, after the wiggling, then comes the reality of this that okay, you can maybe then start to take the right steps forward. And basically, I think it gives like in the future then not so the cups move also not so like fast. Swords move faster in a sense. Cups move a little bit slower, so the change also is not super fast. The wiggly part will be kind of fast. The consistency part obviously cannot be like really fast because it has to be for some time. And then the cups, I think it's like there's gonna be like a sign and a message that things are getting better, but that's gonna take a while. So I think yes, but not. I would say like when you put the timeline of couple of months, Diamond, I think that's not realistic. But I think, but obviously you need to consult a medical professional or someone else for this. But this is what I think based on what I can see here. Yeah, well, I think it looks promising like here, basically that with the emotional state, it's gonna be basically at some point in his, like I guess everything is always in our own hands, but you're most welcome. So yeah, I think, well, at least I would say like if he's consistent with the emotional stuff and the health and the work plans, it's all. I think it's possible. It's possible. I think it should be like fine. And well, let's say that the pages also would be considered that there is like all the possibility in the feelings that let's see what we get. Do we get something there? I think there's gonna be it's gonna be also like it will take some like effort, and it will take. There's another one of the pentacles, and then I would also say that they might be that the emotional side, the health side will be better, but it's gonna take some time more than what you expected, and then at some point there could be something that is a small setback, like we have the small source here, but it's probably some shorter period that would be like always with some kind of thing that you start healing or whatever you do. There's like you get forward and they will take 4 steps forward and they take 1-2 steps back. But I see that I would be having faith on the situation as well. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and obviously, as a person, I really would hope that without the cards as well, of course. Oh, thanks again. That's really kind of you, Diamond. I appreciate your time here. And basically, I've been doing this for a while, and now I'm trying to get a little bit more serious with this. And I have seen already kind of nice things that what I want to achieve here. In a sense, is that basically, people are being nice to each other. You know, it's nice in this world where there's so much of all sorts of not nice stuff that you would build somewhere. Like somebody I remember some was moderating the stuff. People are being like polite and nice, and it's fantastic. You know, it's not like what you see in the news. I think most of the time, and all that. Okay. Alright. So hey, let's do one Zener and then let's see what we do after that. So everybody who wants to participate, prepare yourself. It's time. It's time to put the intuition in use. Joanna, please check the video's description of how this is proceeded. The questions are free with a twist. So basically, check the description, video description. There is instructions, and when you know what's going on, type ready, and then you can participate. And now we're gonna go. There is Locker Blue was ready, Diamond is ready. I think Apologetic was ready already, ready, pretty much ready before. Okay, so we go for this, and anyone else who knows what's going on is ready, is welcome to join. Here goes, and put your answer now. One answer at the time per card. Everyone who gets it right will get the question answered. And people, I have 2 stories left, Tarot Tales, which are the same that my members will get weekly, that or guidance card, and the ones who didn't receive, who get it right, the Zener will receive a tail. 2 more tails left to be stopped. Okay, enough with talk. Now I'm gonna try to concentrate better to this. Okay, there we have answers already. Muy bien. Good, Joanna, thanks. So we have a square, circle, square, and a circle. But it's a cross. So now nobody got synchronized. We're gonna, without further ado, we try the next one. Okay? And welcome to the channel, Joanna, as well. Warm welcome. Okay, here we go. Next one. Type your answers. Por favor, like they say in Spain. Okay, do we have everyone here? We have here now, let's see. Well, there seems to be some synchronicity going on here, so everybody answered. So I have to actually put it down. Let's see. And we have apologetic. We have okay, so basically it is the wave. So we have here, we have Diamond got it right, Apologetic got it right, and Jasna got it right as well. So okay, so we have here basically first one who got it is Diamond. Diamond, this is like the 3rd in a row already. Damn. Hugger. Then Apologetic. You were the next one to get it right. And then Jasna, you were the 3rd one. So everybody gets the questions answered. Joanna, sorry, you have to now wait for this. You all got it. You are synchronized to each other. Maybe Joanna just was missing the spot just a little bit late, so maybe she would have gotten it also, also right. Okay. Oh, well, you got more things to try. Yeah, that's pretty good. No worries. You have. I've been here less than an hour. I'm gonna be here probably at least another hour, and there's no limitation. We do this. We do this all night. Okay. But hey, Diamond. You're gonna give you a question. I will answer that. Then it's apologetic. And then for Jasna, there's gonna be a story even. Tarot tale. But first, Diamond. What do you wish to ask? Hopefully we get it as well as we did before, but it's clear that there is the... what is this? Today I'm missing words at times. I don't know why is that. Maybe I should have, I don't know, coffee? No, that might not be so good for all the business of everything. Okay, so Diamond, hit it. Yeah, try to hang in there. Get a charger. Well, how original of me. So, alright. We have the penguins. I will. Okay, let's see. Uh-huh. So congratulations again still for everyone who got it right, all the three. So we have Diamond's question. I need my car fixed and I'm hoping it will be fixed, but before it breaks down, it's my gold car, and I will get a second car soon too, like 2 cars needed. So you hoping that will it be fixed before it breaks, and will I get the second car soon too? So will this one be fixed, and will you get the second car too soon? Okay, we have questions from, who knows, from cars to computers, have been from, I don't know, it's interesting, everything. Okay, so basically here is about the gold car. Here's about the second car. Will it be fixed, the gold car, before it breaks? We have the full, so that's an interesting, I would say yes, that basically it will be. And will you get the other one soon too? Yes. So I think the car thing will be like I think the car will be like new. And there is also this, we have the like high major Agency, we have the full and the Empress. So it's I would say like the gold car will be like new. This is what I see from this, the full, and then it's very fruitful. So it's very likely that you will get the other car soon when you need it. Okay. So I would say with this card, asking whatever question in a way, or more or less, I would get kind of positive result. I think in a sense, like, my bad, my connection. That's how it is. No, it's like, it's all me here. It's my connection. It's strange. It should be fine, but it's not. I am trying to work on it. Let's see if I can manage better soon. So okay, we have Diamond. The cars will be fine. I think it's gonna be as good as it can, sort of. Very positive vibes in that. And I have to say, Diamond, you've been doing really good with this. Like, are you sure you are not like, you know, what is this? Like you have some extrasensory perception skills. Well, I think we all have. Depends. Maybe you have trained yours. Who knows? Or maybe if you're like a parent or something that comes with the territory. I would think, partly. Okay, 3:33, 1:34 here in Finland. Hey, by the way, if you are most welcome, Diamond. Again, nice to have you here. If who wants to tell me where they are from, I would be really happy to hear. At some point, I had some people from New York. I have just hiding it really well, or something like this. Yeah, you know, this is kind of like this kind of things that. Well, I'm not gonna go in detail, but yeah, apologies about the connections. My question is, why did subliminal research from Kajal subliminals get reversed when I listened to her subliminals from week before last to last week? Why? Well, that's, I don't know. Again, this is something I'm sure nobody has ever asked before. Well, like any question in a sense, but this is also, why did subliminal research from Kajas get reversed? Why did they get reversed when you listen to this program? Well, I think for this, thank you, Lokira. I am all for the love. I think that is, well, I have started to think that it's difficult, start to be difficult to think where I stop and somebody else starts in a sense. And I think I've been, maybe it's the age, maybe I'm getting like more mature and all that, but I have been starting to think like it's all about everything. It's not about competition, it's about cooperation, on my view. So okay, so quest, let's see why the subminimal's result get reversed. We take one card first, what we get here. Why did they get... Well, we have the Emperor here, okay? So why would they get reversed when you were listening to last week, before week? So we would have the Emperor, okay, and then we have the Page of Coins, we have the Hangman and the Four of Wands. So there you have it. So basic answer would be like in here. So it's the Emperor. So why take it reversed? I would think that this is like maybe you yourself have been like because well, the Emperor is kind of strict and is not someone who bends or like it's not making compromises. So I think it's related to somehow this, that you are maybe you have been, I think you have been really like strict, and you have been like on control, and that somehow has affected the situation. Basically like there has been an event, there has been some action that you have taken, and that will create a reaction, and then now I think this has led to this, that you are like at the moment as the Emperor here in the Hangman, so you are observing how this is, how this has been going down, and it will lead you to Four of Wands. Well, this is kind of, I don't know, I'm a bit of a mess at the moment with this, it seems. But this would be also kind of related to the same part of this. I think it has something to do that you have been unyielding. That is the best I think I can do for this exotic question for me. And it's a major arcane, so that is, and this was the main answer for this. So yes, this is my name. I am Ragnar. I think you have been like unable to sort of like why they turned it reverse is like because you were not flexible, because you were like kind of like rigid, that you basically you wanted to be in control, and somehow maybe you overlook something, and you should be maybe at the moment thinking like to change your perspective and to see sort of what's going on. And I think that will give you the energy in the situation and the understanding that this is really a bit hard for me. I don't know, I don't get my head very well around it, but I just get the impression that you were being, not to sort of blame you, but you have been like the Emperor who is not, the Emperor doesn't go somewhere, sort of people come to the Emperor. So basically, I don't know if you were receiving it like you've been maybe a little bit rigid, and you should have been maybe, I don't know, maybe you were too like you wanted to be too much in control, or like you were too rigid, and this is why they turned like this. Nice to meet you, Donovan. The subliminal has magic and entitles on some. Okay, so As magic, okay. Yeah, maybe the problem was that I didn't really that well. I was kind of blindly answering this, that I didn't really understand maybe that well. So maybe the point is that you, because the sort of the emperor is very like practical, and it's like realistic, and it's concrete, and it doesn't wouldn't be the first person who even believes in magic or like this. It has to be more like a sort of like a down to earth and father figure and stuff like this. So I don't know if that has somehow been related on you, that you were somehow like that, and that kind of reversed it. So and the funny thing is that when you talk about reversing, and then you have the hangman here, which is a person who has voluntarily put themselves hanging between heaven and earth. So what should you do? Apologetic. Well, I think that you are at the moment already like in the, like I said, that this would be like that's the answer. This is like the evolution. So basically, I hope I did say that you are in a spot that maybe you should change your perspective. I think maybe you need to sacrifice your position as the. I think you need to sacrifice your position as the emperor, right? And you will take like basically you would take part of the emperor, which is the fire part, which is like the creativity and like a fiery, everything fire, like emotion and like energy. So basically I think you need to take the part of the emperor that is the fire part, which is the wands part of it. So you should be the emperor of fire. So you would be like one sort of fourth, fifth of the emperor, only when it comes to this. Let's see what if we get anything more of that in here. Yeah, well, that would be the from 4 to 5. So I think there is like you need to be what you should do. I think there is like you will have some kind of battle ahead of you, like not really dramatic. I think there's someone there who is like in a different level. I think you would be here, right? And there is someone who would be like a little bit like no, seems like a supernatural like opponent. So what you should do before continuing with your subliminals is like I would prepare myself that there's gonna be a slight battle ahead, and you need to be you would be ready. You would have to be ready to like at least to face an opponent that could be seemingly be at least like a supernatural of nature as well. That somebody that is gonna try to like throw you off from all this when you like before you continue with subliminals. And maybe you would actually, well, you just did, I guess, but it could be that you might have to think of if you can ask advice for someone you have trust in again. And because in a way, I don't know if now I think the situation is kind of calm with this, and you, like I said, you had this basically that you are thinking a little bit like in a situation to change your perspective and maybe sacrifice something. So the sacrifice for me is like you take only one part of the emperor, which is the fire part, and prepare yourself to assert like some sort of battle against someone who seems to be higher up than you. It's like in a different level, even like supernatural, in so at least could feel like that. I'm still debating on my question. Hopefully I can think of which one before my battery dies. Yeah. Okay, lot of explaining. Did you get... Sorry, I have to say that this must not have been one of my best tonight. I got somehow a little bit thrown off. Maybe I've been getting the King of Swords lately a lot, so maybe I should try to focus a little bit better. So, but what you should do, I think you need to prepare yourself. Something is coming with this, that somebody's trying to like be on your way and try to get you from not receiving what you want to do with this. Well, like I said, supernatural. Well, for me, it seems like it's what I said is European, but it's like sort of like it could look like that. This is like you are here, and there's somebody who is in the. Well, you're level. Let's say you're level 1 magician, then you're level 15 or 16 or 20. You know, like a game kind of thing example. That it seems like but that this one is in a different all different level with everything. So it could be so much different that it seems like it could be like a supernatural even. So maybe the difference, I haven't played so much, so maybe the level thing was also not so good. But let's say that you are level 1 hugger and this one is level 100, so what they know and do sort of looks at least first. But you are prepared also yourself. You are not like you are sort of like this. The one who is coming now, we're gonna seems to be continued because I got more vibes for that. The one who is coming, who is your opponent. There is a lot of hello, welcome. So one who is coming is like which wants to put you out of your balance. It wants to like it kind of comes to your home sort of, your home territory, and it's gonna try to like upset your world almost, and like sort of not literally, but when it's fired, but kind of burn down your house and to upset your peace, because I think you have been still more or less like a king emperor like you are. So this will be, and they are gonna try to get you away from this position. I said that you should use only the 1/4 of it, or 1/5 of it, which is basically the fire part of it. So prepare yourself for the battle in that sense. But I think in that sense, for me, it looks like European. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, okay, Teresa. Let's see. If I may ask, is the entity male or female? I would say male, because the entity would be, well, if you want info, what I can tell you is this one with the blue. So this is sort of description of the entity or a person. Like I said, I didn't say that it necessarily has to be like anything supernatural, but it could seem like that. That it's somehow like in certain things they are way above you, but that doesn't necessarily, in a sense, I think you have still all the chances that you prepare and you are ready for this, whatever it is. Okay? So I think it's male. Yeah, just wait a second. Now, okay, apologetic. Now we cool. So male, and now there's been many answers. So with all respect to everyone, now is Jasna's turn, and Jasna, you can post your question, and I will read you. Hey, apologetic, thank you. It's always pleasure. Don't go anywhere. You can continue here, and if nothing else, listen to the story. So, people. Now it's gonna be, since they all got, 3 people got right the last Zener card, so I read for all of them, and from Jasna gets a story as well. Okay. Okay, this is for Jasna, and then we're gonna go for the question. So this is like a guidance, a general advice. The story, so that is for you, and I have done this before, and I kind of match it with the tarot cards for the first 4 people who get it right, the Zener card. So here goes. Under the darkening sky, a circle of figures stood on a windswept hill, their garments rippling like whispers of secrets, whispers of secrets untold. At the center were 2 men, one in a plain blue jacket, clutched 5 swords pointing downward, his grip trembling under their weight. The other sat calmly on a large rock, adorned in an ornate blue shirt under his armor. His stillness was striking, and in his hand he held a single elaborate sword pointing upwards. For a moment the world seemed to hold his breath. The man with the upright sword tilted it slightly, and the blade caught the faint glow of the heavens. It reflected everything around them, the muted colors of the darkening sky, the trembling silhouettes of the gathered crowd, even the restless motion of the man with the 5 swords. The sword gleamed like a mirror to the cosmos, as if it bore witness to the universe itself. Stars began to flicker faintly in the emerging night, their light shimmering along the edge of the blade. The reflection was vast and eternal, seemed to hold all truths. Then the seated man threw back his head, and with voice that shook the hilltop, he roared a single thunderous word: truth! The cry was not just a sound, it was a command, a declaration that echoed through the air and rippled through every gathered soul. The sword, still gleaming, seemed to amplify the word, its reflection shimmering with clarity and conviction. The man burdened with the 5 swords faltered, staring at the luminous blade and the seated figure. His voice broke the silence, weak but trembling with curiosity. Truth, is that what you see? Is that why you raise your sword to the heavens? The man on the rock lowered his gaze, his expression calm yet resolute. Truth is all there is, he said, his tone unwavering. This sword does not divide, it reveals. It reflects the sky, the earth, and the faces around us. It shows the universe as it is, without distortion or deceit. When I raise it, I remind myself and all who see it that we must live with clarity, face what is real, and uphold what is right. The other man's eyes dropped to the swords he carried. Slowly he knelt, placing them on the ground one by one. His voice, soft yet weight with understanding, followed. I carried these to shield myself from truth, to bury myself under their weight, but all they have done is to blind me. Now I see it. Truth isn't heavy, it's what set us free. The crowd stood, awed in silence. The seated, regal-looking man's sword still gleaming faintly, its reflection capturing the first glimmers of the stars above. The wind stirred gently, carrying away the burdens laid on the hilltop. The cry of truth lingered in their hearts, like the light of the cosmos etched into the blade. In that moment they understood strength is not in the burdens one carries, but in the clarity of truth one dares to uphold. So there we go. Okay. Alright, look at it. Now you have to still wait, because now it's gonna be Jasna's question. So hope you like the story. This is what I did beforehand, and I kind of synchronized with the tarot cards. So that was for you. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Okay, I'd like to know a little more about how my higher self truly feels like, who she is in higher or other dimensions. Oh dear. Well, let's say that's a also pretty powerful question. Like, not to be taken lightly, I guess. I have to say. Well, that's cool. Nice to hear. That is kind of, I guess, the idea of this. And like I said, the Zeners are also things, it's really like given me more. Because like when it comes to the cards, it's not just that I am portraying the card and kind of sending mentally to the ether, or however you want to call it. Maybe it's a quantum entanglement, or who knows. Spooky action from far, or whatever, but it has given the sensation that there is truly like better connection between me and like you guys got the the wave all three, and that seems that it kind of creates some synchronicity between you also. Okay, but yeah, let's go. Yeah, I think that's the stuff somehow. Yeah, let's see. How my higher self truly feels like, who is she in the higher or other realms? Okay, now I wonder. Well, let's take here. This is for the first part, which is a little more about. Sorry, we will take one thing first. How my hair truly feels like. Okay, we'll take this. So this is what your higher self truly feels like, and this is what she is in the higher / upper dimensions. So how it feels like. There you go. Well, we have the Seven of Swords, which is interesting, if I may say, because if you look at the guy there at the moment who is in the picture, this one, and we were just talking about the story, which is a bit spooky. If you think about what is said in the story, that there is a person who is asking about the who has been said to have the five swords hanging, asking from the other person. So how it truly feels like. So we have here 3 cards to give more clarity. So basically there is swords, a lot of swords. So basically that would be like the element of air in that sense. So I think, well, we could consider that this is like the higher selves, past, present, future, and this is like, it feels, I think it's like, let's see more. Higher self truly feels like, I think it feels like basically that it needs to, truly feels like it needs to like take control more. Or it's like that the situation somehow has been chaotic, that it needs to take the kind of like opposing forces and bring them to good, and that there is no need for petty fights or something like this. I think it's feels like that there is limits that one shouldn't cross, and that one should keep this in mind. That it has been at the moment somehow. I think that it feels also like one, that there's choices to be made, and one needs to move. But here they are moving to like safer waters. I think there is like a basically been some sort of a conflict before, and now it's time to like to make a choice which way to go with that. But earlier it has been an end of a cycle, and there has been it was feeling like really like you have the 10 of cups. So it was like well, you can see that there is like a family, and then there's a couple, and they're looking, everything seems to be, so I think it's just it has been at ease, feeling like really well, like this kind of well-being, and like a richness of feelings and love. But at the moment then we have swords, and they are bring all like little bit conflict. So at the moment I would say there is something that is not going, that something that one is it's try to feels that there's things that need to be limited, which is related to the mind, and it's what it holds at the moment. One is in a matter of choice, and the choice is to somehow to move further away and do like calmer waters. So, and this is leading to an end of cycle and realization with this. Okay, now I think I'm back. Okay, now I think I'm back. So yeah, now I think also like you have the 7 here. So basically you have been in a situation that you come somewhere from the 7, which is basically more or less kind of like from the 6. So that, like, now that you say that you've been overthinking, I think this is the case, that it goes like comes from the 6 to 7, goes back to the 6, and then again there. I think you are reaching with that an end of a cycle. And at best, of course, these things are like that we are trying to figure out the situation and what's going on and what is happening, like together, in that sense. But yeah, I think that there is also like a lot to do with setting limits in this, and maybe it's about this that you realize yourself that you are overthinking, that is maybe thinking too much, and this is make you. I think it could be considered that the overthinking is the thing that makes you at the moment like withdrawn and unhappy in that sense. Okay. So basically, like not to divide your forces, I think would be one thing to say in this. In a way, it's like this is what is truly thinking. Like one shouldn't divide your forces too much. So, and the funny thing, like I said, is like now I think also, which is the spookiest, weirdest thing, is like this story. What I told you, I think you can find answers from that as well, because that was involving clearly the Seven of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I would say like what I can do at best in here, I think you just answer probably because that's the idea to get you clarity. I think you answer yourself also to this, what your higher self is even thinking is this. But I think it would be beneficial if you check the video where we have the story and you try to listen to it many times. I think you will find there more answers also for that, because it's really spooky that there was the card that comes here out of 7-8 cards is the answer about your higher self. So I think that's the stuff. And then so there's definitely and I think you should check it more than a couple of times. It's not really long and anything, so try to with serious thought, and you can of course keep in mind what was here. But I think it's partly this, that well, that some conflict have shifted your higher self, even like from the state of kind of like a, I don't know, complete happiness, but basically like from happiness to this, like a circle, what you said, that there's like a circle of thoughts, and but I think it's leading towards to this, that this also will pass, and you have like, well, this kind of ended this cycle with the happiness, and then this one is going on with the swords. I think that shall also pass. And maybe it can be painful, but it's a reset. Like in the end, even if, well, for example, in other cards, it's like you have kind of, I don't know if there is, but another, you have like a sun, and you could consider that sun is that, you know, that this is today, and then the sun will rise anyway tomorrow. So it's like an end to certain, and it's gonna probably be a bit painful, but I wouldn't take it literally, really. So that's the stuff. Okay, I have to say one more time, I'm a bit freaked out about it, that I didn't know who is gonna be here. I didn't know there's this question that you're gonna ask. When I was creating the story, I had, you know, I don't know, this is really cool. Oops. Oh dear. And then was the other answer here, what was about, let's see, it was about your higher self as well. Who is she in higher other dimensions? Okay, who is your higher self in higher other dimensions? Well, first thing that comes to mind is like, well, it's the Knight of Cups. So it's like a knight in a shining armor, what it says there, in a sense. There is like someone who is loving and who is good communicator, who is like basically who is kind of limitless, a giver, basically. I guess that's what I'm trying to find here. Like in some cases this would be like well, yeah, your higher self serves a higher purpose in that sense, and the horse indicates movement. And I think that I think you also now, when I look at it, like your higher self in another, it's a bringer of change, but in a like a, you know, like more like in a way soft way, like a way of the water, like the cups are basically, because the water can like corrode like a hardness of materials when time being. So it's not like brutally, but it's a bringer of change as well. A giver, but a bringer of change. Like her traits, what I'm asking. Well, let's see. Look at the blue. Yeah, well, hopefully we will manage. Sorry if I'm being at times a little bit overwhelmed with this. In the divine feminine manner. Well, I would say like the cups are water, and I think that would be more like, say, I would say like earth and again, that is my connection that is doing funny things, which is not so nice. Hope we will get to you Locker Blue also with 8%. So, like, well, like I said also earlier, I was thinking like also bringer of change in that sense. For me, this is the horse of the dead, so it's like I think they can like transcend and go beyond boundaries. So maybe go from one dimension to another, you know, or one plane to another. This is what I think. I sure didn't visit you at some point, in that sense. Hello, apologetic. So, Jasna, did you get any of it? Okay, good. Thank you. And well, there has been a lot of different kind of questions, and like some, I think there is a good vibe and there is a synchronicity, and then, well, some are. Anyway, you got what I was saying. Good. So basically, we have had 3 stories so far. So there's 1 story waiting for someone who is gonna get it right. And if we don't get someone soon, then we're gonna just take the one. If there's not like a 4th different person, maybe we just then read it to someone who gets it right, even if they had the story already. I'm very pleased to hear that. So, okay, so we go back then to the Zeners, right? Now, just guys, give me like 10 seconds, okay? 15 seconds, and I'll be back just in a jiffy. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the connection works. Good. So, what we have? I cannot think of any other questions. So I have just one. I'll wait. Muy bien. Okay, hey, are you ready, guys? We're gonna do the card. And good luck, Lokiro. Hope you get it with your battery and all that. 8%. I'm sure you're gonna make. Don't make an effort. You just know what it is. And good luck for everyone. Although it has nothing to do with lucky, everything to do with your extrasensory perception. So, prepare yourself. Here comes. Now, put your answer on the chat. Anyone else? Do we have someone else there still? Okay. Now it's across. Did anyone get it right at the moment? No, we're gonna go fast, so maybe we can give a chance still to look it up. Okay, I'm very happy to enjoy it. It's nice. Here comes the next one. Okay, sorry again. Now I'm mixing it myself. Here goes. Go for it. Don't think about it too much. I'm trying to send it to you mentally, to the ether. Just let it sink in, sort of speak. Okay. Well, thank you. So we have a square, we have a square and a square. Okay, I have to say that this is a bit strange because I kind of was taking first a square, but somehow I thought that maybe I had it bad, so I switched it. I didn't show anyone, so that's kind of silly. But anyway, Sofia, welcome. Thank you. So it's a star. It was this kind of like last moment change, so maybe the energy was already going or something. Maybe it was my bad. Apologies. Okay. Well, next time say what you comes first. Okay, we go for the next one. Nobody got it right yet, so we go now. Everybody's welcome to join. Here comes. I'm gonna try to do my part good. Okay, one answer at a time, and I will take the first one if you put more than one. Okay, everybody has put, Lokero put a circle, Apollo said a circle, Diamond says no worries, also, which is good, but then says wave. Sophia says wave. Sophia says also cross, but we're gonna skip that because she first said waves. Does anyone feel that they didn't answer yet? We're gonna reveal in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a wave. Good job, Sophia. That was your first, and you're gonna get a story also, a tale. So basically, it's gonna be. I'm gonna put it down so I don't forget in a second. Basically, it's like Sophia got a wave and a story, and then there's Diamond also. Yeah, I would say like because the square thing was the square thing was like kind of like there. So this is, I would say that this story is also kind of for those who got the square earlier, okay? Because that was so silly thing what happened. that there was 3 of them that you got it like so. I'm not kidding with the synchronicity. I'm like I mean Carl Jung with his psychological business was talking about this. So this is for the people with the wave and now with the with earlier that. So I hope this will go. So okay, Sophia, I will read you the story, and this will be for the other waves as well, and then the people who got the when I was talking about the square. So okay, Sophia, I will read you the story. This is general guidance for you and others. Okay, we go now, and this will be the last story of the evening. And as I said, being a member, you get story or guidance card per week. Any level member you will be. Okay, here goes. So this is to whom I said it would be. At twilight, under the sky where fading sunlight waltzed with the first glimmers of the stars, a luminous figure stood between 2 grand columns of stone. She was poised with golden wings that shimmered softly as if holding the glow of both the day's departure and the night's arrival. Her right foot extended gracefully ahead of the left, grounding her presence in a deliberate, gentle strength. At the base of the columns sat another figure, her posture strong yet serene. She held a sword in one hand, its edge gleaming as though it could cleave through the very air, and a set of scales in the other, in their perfect equilibrium. The space between them hummed with an unspoken energy, as though the universe itself had paused to listen. The golden-winged figure stood before the one seated at the base of the stone columns, her cup shimmering in her hands, the golden liquid flowing steadily between them like a living thread of a light. After a moment of silence she spoke, her voice calm but curious. "The sword you carry," she said, tilting her slightly, "what is its purpose?" With a quiet grace the seated figure rose up to her feet, the movement deliberate yet powerful. She raised the sword high, the blade catching the first light of the stars above. Slowly she turned the sword, angling it so that its reflective surface caught the faces of the gathered crowd. As the crowd looked at the blade, their own reflections flickered on its surface, but they saw more than just themselves. They saw their fears, their hopes, their hidden truths. Gasps and murmurs rippled through them as the sword revealed what was deep within each of their hearts. Truths they could no longer ignore. "You see," said the seated figure, lowering the sword gently, "the sword does not divide us, it opens us to what we truly are. Truth, unvarnished, is the first step towards harmony." A child in the crowd stepped forward, his small hand trembled. "But truth is hard," he said, his voice barely audible. The winged one knelt, lowering herself to the child's level, her golden wings curving protectively around him. "That is why the floor matters," she says gently, tilting her cup so that single droplet of golden liquid fell to the ground. "Truth, like water, can shape even the hardness of stone. It doesn't rush or force, it moves the pace you allow. The sword shows the truth, and the balance you hold as the winged one. The balance and clarity lies gently within their stillness," the seated figure answered. The winged one stepped forward, the golden liquid in her cup flowing unbroken as she poured it into another. "Stillness," she echoed, a subtle smile playing on her lips. "There is no stillness in balance. The true equilibrium is not being motionless, but in constant adjustment, a harmony born of ceaseless flow. Your scale may weigh punishment or reward. In my eyes they just measure the alignment of the soul to the rhythm of truth." As the golden-winged figure's words lingered in the air, the crowd stood silent, their hearts brimming with wonder and hope. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, as though bearing witness to some profound awakening. The seated figure lifted her scales, gazing at their perfect balance, as though seeing them anew. "Perhaps," she said. So that's that. So this was for the squares and the waves. And now we had a question from sorry, let's see. Yeah. I think that is there is well, there is certain things what I have put together and certain elements, and like I already said, that you could see that there was like a certain card which was totally like it was uh, in the reading for Jasner. When it was talked about the higher self, and you had the Seven of Swords, so that was indicated in the story, and you can of course maybe recognize something for this story. But that was a general advice uh, for Sophia. And then we have a question from Sophia, which was, did Avery post a video about that one girl with the intention of referring to me? So this one is for Sophia. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna check. Okay, yes, we can answer. So this would be the answer for that question of Sophia. Let's see. And we get the Page of Pentacles. So what I would say, like I would say yes. I think reposting that one girl with the intention of referring to me for Sophia, I would say yes. I think that was the intention, kind of concretely, even. Okay. I think this person had like all the possible like concrete material things in mind when they were putting this. And also I would say think about the story that I just told you. Like I think if you have the patience to go through it a few times, that is something that I didn't know is gonna be put for you. I didn't know your question. I didn't know many things before I got here. And that was funny that with the earlier stuff that there was the same card that was involved in the story in that. So, and funny enough, this is also like indirectly would be connected to the story through this card. And this was one with the waves, all of you, and the one from earlier answer with when I kind of at the last moment took the square away when 3 people knew what it was sort of beforehand. So that's kind of cool. You are most welcome, Sophia. So check the story, please. That this card is also like almost directly linked to the story. One of the characters in the story, the one with the scale and the sword. But remember, nothing is set in stone. This is what are the energies, what is happening, how it seems to be, what's gonna happen, or how it's been or it's gonna be. But your actions will, of course, affect. Meaning that nothing is set on stone. Okay. Your sound wasn't working on the story. Well, basically, if the story whole, what was the story about? Hey, you know what? If I don't know if it's there at all, then the story, like, so maybe I will just go. I will read the story again. Okay, no worries. I wonder, like, will it be any audio there still? Because, like I said, I have some problems with the connection. Maybe you just do the story again fast, okay? I will be maybe less dramatic or something, but it's not gonna take that long. It's not that. It's that like okay. Here we go to the story. That's the last story of the day, and this if you didn't have it. So, at twilight, under the sky where fading sunlight was with the first glimmers of the stars, a luminous figure stood between 2 grand columns of stone. She was poised with golden wings that shimmered softly as if holding the glow of both day's departure and the night's arrival. Her right foot extended gracefully ahead to the left, grounding her presence in a deliberate, gentle strength. At the base of the columns sat another figure, her posture strong yet serene. She held a sword in one hand, its edge gleaming as though it could cleave through the very air, and a set of scale on the other hand. in their perfect equilibrium. That's a funny word for a Finnish person. The space between them hummed with an unspoken energy, as though the universe itself had paused to listen. The golden-winged figure stood before the one seated at the base of the stone columns. Her cup shimmered in her hands, the golden liquid flowing steadily between them like a living thread of light. After a moment of silence, she spoke, her voice calm but curious. "The sword you carry," she said, tilting her head slightly. "What is its purpose?" With a quiet grace, the seated figure rose to her feet, the movement deliberate yet powerful. She raised the sword high, the blade catching the first light of stars above. Slowly she turned the sword, angling it so its reflective surface caught the faces of the gathered crowd. As the crowd looked at the blade, their own reflection flickered on its surface, but they saw more than just themselves. They saw their fears, their hopes, their hidden truths. Gasps and murmurs rippled through them as the sword revealed what was deep within each of their hearts, truths they could no longer ignore. "You see," said the seated figure, lowering the sword gently, "the sword does not divide us, it opens us to what we truly are. Truth, unvarnished, is the first step towards harmony. A child in the crowd stepped forward, his small hand trembling. "But the truth is hard," he said, his voice very audible. The winged one knelt, lowering herself to the child's level, her golden wings curving protectively around him. "This is why the flow matters," she said gently, tilting her cup so a single droplet of golden liquid fell to the ground. "Truth, like water, can shape even the hardest of stones. It does not rush or force, it moves at the pace you allow it. The sword shows the truth. And the balance you hold as the winged one. The balance and clarity lies gently within its stillness," the seated figure answered. The winged one stepped forward, the golden liquid on her cup flowing unbroken as she poured it from one to another. "Stillness," she echoed, a subtle smile played on her lips. "There is no stillness in balance. True equilibrium is not in being motionless, but in constant adjustment, a harmony born of ceaseless flow. Your scales may weigh punishment or reward. In my eyes they just measure the alignment of the soul to the rhythm of truth." As the golden-winged figure's words lingered in the air, the crowd stood silent, their hearts brimming with wonder and hope. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, as though bearing witness to a profound awakening. The seated figure lifted her scale, gazing at their perfect balance as though seeing them anew. "Perhaps," she said. Okay, so there is the story. So now I at least should be audible. We can go back for it or what? Okay, so that was the story, and the story thing has been interesting already so far. That was truly interesting with the Jasna stuff, and now even like this card, like I said, you can if you know the cards at all, that was linked clearly there. You are most welcome, Sophia. Okay, so now we have the 4 stories. We have under my belt already, like what it is. What's the time? It's 2:30 already in the morning. And thank you for your positive comments. Locker Blue, I guess you still had some percentage on your battery, huh? Well, let's see what was there. And so hey, yeah, what am I saying? We had Sophia and then Diamond. That was, I don't know how many times you got it right, so you are seriously making some good connections here. So we're gonna do Diamond at least then. I'm here, I left for a minute during the story, no worries. So now we're gonna do Diamond's question, and I think then I kinda have to start get some rest because I have things that I have to attend to tomorrow, and probably I'm gonna get back on Mondays. Okay, let's see. So it's Diamond. Do you see my husband at his current business location long term, hoping better soon, financial moment? Do you see my husband? So that he would be long term in the same business location, that it will get better soon, financially worthwhile to stay long term. Like I said, it's time to be for me the time to go like have a lullaby and sleep, because maybe my brain is no longer being so like so would it be like could it be considered that should he stay in the same location or move to another one? Hey, bye Locker Blue, do be here on Monday. I think latest Monday. Who knows? Maybe I'll do tomorrow also, but at least Monday, I think. So could be considered, Diamond, that it's like should he stay in the location or move to another one? Okay, yes. So basically, how it would be if he would stay or if he would go. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, I noticed already. I noticed. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not now. It's a little bit my own, and it's not the digital ether that is a little bit breaking up. I think it starts to be my own connections here. Moment. Let's see. So if he's going to stay or if he's going to go, okay. And if he's going to go, if he stays, if it's going to be better. Yeah. Okay. He wants to stay if it improves finances soon. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah, like I said, moving is not always the answer or better. Of course not. Yeah, of course. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you just move the location, that it will automatically be, get better. Okay, so now let's see, we go what we have. Okay. Okay, so basically this would be if he stay or go. It's the I don't know for how many times recent days is the King of Swords. I think this is like sheer willpower and stuff. I would say like yeah, that he said that he would like to stay, and I think he would stay. And then let's see, would it get better? Well, we have the Hierophant then there. So basically, I think there could be, yeah, I think it would get better in this. I think staying is like, it's like by sheer willpower somehow that one can mend the situation in such, and that, yeah, would stay, and basically that it would get better. Okay, so again, I think it's clicking up it. I think, well, there was a, yes, he has that, thankfully. They are making changes, hope they help improve it, their finances. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's my end. This is my end. So yeah, I think staying, and I think it will get, and I think will professionally at least also like make it better. Of course, the finances. Yeah, basically it's like, this is like organic procession here, that basically you have from the king, which could be like a, similar to the emperor, which is 4, and then you go to the 5, which is like, yeah, staying will lead to step forward basically. Okay, and if they are making changes, hey, yes, he has that, thankfully they are making changes, hope they help improve it there financially. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's, well, the Hierophant is the Pope, is like the holy man, I don't know. Now I would like to think so, that because also of the progression, like I said, that the willpower itself will like, I think it's gonna like, maybe it's even considered that, yeah, to stay is like, damn, we are staying, and then that leads to a situation there is no really like option, but it's gonna be made work with sheer willpower in that sense. And basically, in that sense, of course, if you need to get, if it's mandatory with the finances, that's one thing. But basically, even if it wouldn't get better, then he would get like more skillful in this. So maybe that would then help in the immediate, like maybe he would be even in a position that he could be giving like sort of advice to others. So that would be kind of profound experience. And here we have it when we talk about the finances. It's still a major arcane. So it's not a minor thing in that sense, and that would help in the future. And that would, like I said, even, well, I don't know, for, like I said, to help in the future, he would gain more skills. So I don't know if he would gain a position that he would be actually could be able to teach others. Yeah, thank you, Diamond. It was nice to having you here. Hopefully, don't be a stranger. Come back. Okay. And look, hey, let's see. Maybe I can manage tomorrow. Uh, and well, I don't know. Did you get any reading today? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, to teach others. Can I now just a moment, Diamond? Can I just ask what that would be about? The, is it okay to say? Because now I'm really intrigued about the teaching part, that how it would be. Ah, I will give you hearts for that. That's a nice thing to say, I guess. Muy bien. And a smiley face. I don't know, do you have like, oh, you have much cooler things here, like the Dracul. Alright, there we go. I need some kind of. Okay, so yeah, maybe this will like, finalize that, maybe he will meet the right people. Like you can see in this card, there is actually, hey, this could be also in a sense that maybe that would create this kind of stuff that there is like people coming here to ask for advice, and basically you have the keys there, so maybe somebody would, so maybe staying could lead to another like thing also. With limited resources. Well, the resources are usually always limited, I think, one way or the other. Yeah, and the point, I would say that there was the story, which was, let's see, it was the third story I was reading. So that is definitely, it's about basically this, okay? And wait a second, was it so that you had the story also? Like, was it that you had the story which was saying that under the darkness sky circle figures stood windswept, and there was the swords pointing upwards, and there was two men, one in armor, one in blue jacket? Holy crap! Oh dear! Because that's about King of Swords, and this is what I got here for you. And this is the already, this is freaky. This is freaking me out a little bit, in a good way, I guess. Because there was the 7 of 4, then is this. Oh dear, that's kind of something. But okay, fair enough. That's whoa. I will find. I don't know what is this. Oh dear. Yeah, all this were in the story. All things were in the story, definitely. Oh my dear. I don't know. This just came up, you know, like basically last night, early morning, when I just somehow started that this needs to be done like this. Oh dear. And like I said, Diamond, you've never been here before. I think maybe the others, I have no idea who's coming up. Oh, that's really cool. Wow. Well, that is really coincidentally. Yeah, and then like now I would go and check, if you haven't, Carl Jung and what he talks about, or you can find probably a video on YouTube about synchronicities, like seemingly meaningless coincidences that actually then could have some meaning, right? Like entangled minds. So this is really freaky. But hey, now I thought Diamond was here yesterday. I'm not sure. Yes? Maybe I'm totally lost with. Like I said, I'm starting to be a little bit tired. But hey, I have to say, like now, Lokira, if you have a question, we're gonna give you a question. Now you've been here, you've been hanging patiently, then you didn't get the card. So now, yeah, I think so. It's freaky, but it's really cool at the same time. So Diamond, hey, thank you for this, and then Lokira Blue. Yeah, okay, first time. Yeah, I was thinking so. I usually remember certain details really well, even though I can get like, I'm not focused at some points and kind of chaotic, and then super concentrated. You're most welcome. Thank you for spending your time here. And Hars. And so Lokiro, yeah, we're gonna do a question. You've been so nice. You were complimenting even my vocals here, so what can I say? Hey? Okay, so I'm quite make your questions. Oh, and I will gonna check. I forgot I was supposed to check the dead skeletons. I'm gonna check it out also. If you like, well, that's kind of metallic stuff you got. I think I should cleanse myself. You go for it. That you're getting questions, Lokira. Yeah, hugs from Diamond. Hey, I'm a big on hugs. I will give you a virtual hug if it's okay and doesn't feel like it's weird. I will a virtual hug. I want to. Okay. So Lokiro, put your question. I think that has to be the last one. And I think apologetic is saying, I think I should cleanse myself. This is your answer for that. Just because of, I don't know, impulse, and it's would be that, yeah, you should do that, I think, is the Knight of Swords inverted. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. It brings new hope if you do it. No niin, that's nice. You're most welcome, Apologetic. It's nice to have you around. You've been here like clockwork or something. I really appreciate it. And also you have super original. I did again with the super. You have had like, well, I don't know. You need to ask what you need to ask, but I have to say that really original questions, dude. Really, really, really. I haven't really answered something quite like that before. Current energy of my uncle at the moment and possible future from today. Okay. Okay. So okay. Well, let's put it this way. There. Okay. I will ask the permission because that's a polite thing to do. Okay, we do that. So no worries. So current energy of your uncle at the moment is here. We check that first. I also need to like little bit, I don't know, do it really simple, otherwise I get totally confused already. Wheel of Fortune. So at the moment I think there is like a feeling of some like circle, like a cycle ending, like profound. It's more like a profound thing. So it's like an ending of a cycle. So I think that could be like at the moment there is a big change of like ending of a cycle and like big uncertainty and there is like external influence on him. So maybe he has talked to someone about your stuff, what you were telling before, and now like he feels some outside pressure for it, and like the Wheel of Fortune is like if you would be in the world, you are inside the Wheel of Fortune, it just turns around you, but he's affected. Like, because like I remember from the earlier readings, it was this like he's, for example, was on your view didn't do anything, and he anyway seemed to be blaming you, and it's all your fault, and he's the victim, and he's like, he had, by the way, he had, didn't he have yesterday like 10 of swords, because this is also a 10, so it's related to that also, and now maybe it's like further, like he has like, I think even more dramatic and more uncertain, yeah. So basically I think I would be, in that sense I think, I don't, in a sense I think it has intensified for him, the matter, and maybe something else feeding it, and maybe he feels like like we see the other cards from earlier reading, like I don't think there's a huge switch like to a different thing, but I think the same thing has intensified like another magnitude. So I don't know if that's something you want to hear, and possible future from today. Okay. Well, funny enough that we had yesterday the nines. Well, there's 8 of cups, and in principle he's walking to the mountains and leaving something that is unpleasant and has a struggle of his feelings. So I think he's searching. Yesterday we had the 9, remember, in the readings, that he wanted to be left alone and, you know, searching for. So now if he's again, I think he wants to be kind of similar way, like wants to be left alone, is gonna want time somewhere and away from the waters. Did he see it? Let's see. I would think somehow even that the 8 would kind of answer it, but let's see what we get. Did he see it? Well, it's another 8. I think he see it, but he wouldn't want to answer it. I think he has seen it, but he has decided, like I said, that this is referring to the 9s from yesterday, that it's like maybe it's like an 8 because he has was talking with someone and is affected about the uncertainty and things that go around in the world and around him. Maybe somebody's affecting him. Now he wants again to be alone. There are like things out of, I think there's things out of his hands also affecting the situation and influencing him. Like the wheel of fortune could like indicate, like I said, that there is some outside influence as well from another people in this. Okay, and you had it twice here. Did you send 2 messages? Oh, yeah, well I'm on 9th already, but no worries. Yeah, because, and also, not just one with also 8 words. Really? Are you kidding me? Now you're kidding me, right? But this is going like basically also like 10 and then 9, 8. So it goes like that way. And now 888. How about that? 8 a.m. 8 of 3 and then 8 words. Oh dear. I think it's really starting to be time for me to go to sleep. I'm gonna freak out soon. There's so many things going on. If you were with the square thing, I think you had first the square there, and then it was like, you are not gonna get reading. So basically, it was the last story. So you should check the story. I think that will help. Okay. Is he coming back? Well, this was going to the 9. Let's see. I don't think that would mean that he would be permanently going so well. So let's see what can we get anything for that. Yeah, he coming back. And this is funny because there's the 7 now. Then it's like further goes there. But this is like yesterday we got that he's coming, could be coming with the swords blazing. Like with the horse of death. There was the knight of swords there. It's funny how I remember this. But yeah, I think he's coming. And this would be the similar stuff because like we considered yesterday that about the blocking and stuff, then it was like if you know that he could be coming and there is more of the same and that the situation is over, that he wants to attack in that sense. And I think this is also like we considered yesterday that he has not been, that he considers that it's your blame. So I think he's willing to defend his position still. So I would go read the story also, listen to the story a few times. It's been proven today being crazy, like totally insane that it went like this, really freaky. So there's a proof also of like how we do things here in the Ragnarsgate Tarot. Oh my god, I could have, I don't know, this was really freaky, weird that it has gone like this. Well, if you look at this guy, I'm not sure if he's at the moment. People are talking about energy at the moment stuff also. So, but this looks like he's more like willing. He just wants to like rattle this, but wants go fast. In that sense, and in that sense, like, well, if he then the cups go kind of slow flow. So when he goes, maybe he's a while away, and then at least for a moment he will be ready to defend and more like pissed about the situation. Let's see what I was thinking about. And and the story also has like this kind of like a lesson in a sense or something, is that it's not only about justice, but you have to adjust of course as well. And we got a funny, oh dear, there was yesterday's also, I was mentioning that you would be also something about you being fair, and if you are and on the other hand, if you are able to adjust yourself to the situation and stuff, that's also something. But now I would go a little bit, if you have the time and the energy, and if your brain is not too tired. Now that we talk, I think even the stuff that we have doing for you yesterday is linked to the damn story. Okay? So, like I said, maybe you're here now. So basically, you have to have to flow with what you got, basically. But I think this is the stuff that, at least time being, he would be, maybe he would be gone for a while. Then he would be at least briefly ready to defend his position. But okay. So basically, go with what you have to go with the, you have to flow with what you got. Okay. I think he's gonna be gone for, would be gone for a while. He's ready to, after this, to defend at least briefly for his situation. And one thing is, like, again, check the story, and then I remember that some of the stuff, similar stuff, we were talking. Yes, I think I have a notion that in the yesterday when you were here, we were discussing this. There was things that are related, sort of directly, about being fair, and I was saying, you have to, if you can adjust, it's a strong thing. That you're in a strong, and you were also like Queen of Swords, if he would be the Knight of Swords, so basically you would be prepared for him. So maybe you would make him actually listen regarding, if you link this to this, and but check what was there and then relate that to the story as well, because I think we have kind of like foreseen the story coming, because we are talking things that now are in the stories. Of course, maybe it just affected me unconsciously. I made the story based on that, but how could I have known it's for you also? Especially when it was this that I was first put in the square, and then I changed it to the star. You had the square with two other people, and you thought that you were thinking of the, oh my dear God. Well, please check that story. Now I think I have to say bye bye, because I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna go crazy. So basically, hey, don't forget also, anyone who is there, check out the buymeacoffee.com thing. There's gonna be a membership only, members only event, questions and answers session, Sunday 16 of 3, 8:30 to 10 approximately. And if you want to be a member, please do it minimum 2 hours before the event starts, so the session starts, for practical reasons. So now I will say that here still some propaganda in a sense, and then I'm gonna have to say thank you still to everyone who was here, because that's something what is needed to be done. So apologetic, you've been here basically every time. Thank you for that. Diamond, you were here. We had really good connection going on. Jasna also. You got the story. Diamond got the story. The people like the story. It worked like a crazy thing. I don't know. This is like the Zener cards as well. Jasna, thank you again. But who else? Logira Blue. You even complimented my vocals. What can I say? I'm admired. Then Sophia was here as well. Lot of nice things. Things didn't get totally out of hand. Joanna, yes. Muy bien. And Joanna got it. No, I misforgot. Now I'm babbling already. Let's see. I think that starts to be everyone. So basically, it's fantastic. The questions were original. The question, and Teresa Horton, you were here also. I think we didn't get you things eventually. I don't know if we got an answer, but please come back and we're gonna correct that. you take your question again here, and I will most we get the card. I will most definitely answer it. Okay. So again, thank you for everyone for spending your time here. There's a lot of opportunities to do a lot of things, and if somebody wants to do things here with me and listen to me and spend time here, it's fantastic. And it's going exactly to the bye-bye. Maybe get an Instagram if you don't. I'd love to chat if you'd be up for that. Well, at the moment I'm on TikTok and here, and I will look into other media stuff because there's all sorts of things with this, but you can also post in here. I most definitely will answer after I get my brain back in functioning, basically, and that in the community part, and I hopefully back. But I think you can send messages there or comment there and things, or comment here at least, if nothing else. So basically, now I will leave you with some nice video things for the end of the whole thing, and hope that everyone will be good and behave yourselves. So see you in the future, and check out these still. Maybe there's something interesting. So bye bye. Oh my.
Welcome to Ragnar's Gate Tarot. If you are searching for a path to deeper insights, guidance, and spiritual connection, by becoming a member and choosing one of our levels, you will gain access to exclusive content, personalized readings, and the support of a like-minded mystical community, depending on the gate number you choose to activate. Ragnar's Gate 1. $6 per month. Access weekly synchronized guidance cards / tarot tale videos. Participate in exclusive members-only live Q&A sessions. Ragnar's Gate 2. $12 per month. Everything from Gate 1. Plus, a detailed monthly tarot reading crafted just for you via email or video link. Ragnar's Gate 3. $28 per month. All from Gates 1 and 2. Plus, a 15-minute live, one-on-one tarot session every month. And discounts and special offers on private tarot readings. Unlock the magic. Choose your gate, support the channel, and dive into a world of deeper understanding. Click join to become a member today. In https://buymeacoffee.com/RagnarsGateTarot.